Hi everyone. If you are still using your mouse in Excel, you're wasting hours every week. Here are 20 shortcuts that will instantly make you faster. First, we'll take a look at the navigation shortcuts. So on your worksheet, if you have to move to the left or right, you use the arrow keys or you scroll. At the bottom, you have the scroll bar. You scroll to the left or you use the scroll at the right to move up and down. So instead, you can use the keyboard. So if you say Control and Up key, it takes you to the top of the worksheet. If you press Control plus Down key, it takes you to the bottom of the worksheet. Doing a Control right takes you to the right of the data, and Control plus Left takes you to the left of the data. So basically, using Control plus Down, Up, Left or the right arrow takes you to the edge of the data region, and as you can see, it is much faster to go to the extreme sides or the edges of the data. Next, we'll take a look at Control Home and Control End shortcuts. When you use Control plus Home, Excel will take you at the very top left, the first cell of the worksheet. And if you want to go to the bottom end of the worksheet, use Control End, Control plus End. It takes you to the last cell in the worksheet. So use this shortcut to quickly move to the top or to the bottom of the worksheet. Next, we'll take a look at Page Up and Page Down shortcuts. So use Page Down to scroll vertically down the sheet. You go one screen at a time, and use Page Up to go vertically up one screen at a time. Page Down, Page Up. Scroll up and down vertically one screen at a time. To navigate between sheets, if you use Control plus Page Down, it will move to the next sheet, and Control plus Page Up will move to the earlier sheet. So use Page Up and Page Down to move up and down the sheet. Next, we'll take a look at the selection shortcuts. So let's say when you want to select data, most beginners use the mouse to select range of data, be it the columns or the rows. Here also you can use keyboard shortcuts to do things faster. First shortcut is the Control Shift plus arrow. So I'm on the first row, the first cell of the first row. I say Control Shift and right. It selects the entire row. I'll select these 10 cells. Now I'll use Control Shift and right key. You see, it selects the entire rows. So this shortcut is used to select large data instantly. I can do it for columns also, like I'll select the top and then I'll say Control Shift down. It will select the entire range. So use the Control Shift arrow to quickly select large data. Next, you have the Control A, Control plus A. It selects everything in the worksheet. Next, use Shift plus space to select the entire row. So let's say I'm here on the first cell of the fourth row. So I'll say Shift plus space, Shift plus space, Shift plus space selects the entire row. Similarly, Control plus space selects the entire column. So let's say I'm here in the E column. I'll say Control plus space. It selects the entire column. So these are the useful selection shortcuts that can be handy. Next, we'll take a look at the editing shortcuts. Let's say you want to edit data in the worksheet. So most of the users commonly go to the cell, double click on the cell, and then they go and make changes. So we can use shortcuts for this. Use the F2 shortcut to edit the cell. So instead of double clicking the cell, you can just say F2. So it's like double clicking the cell. It takes you inside the cell and you are ready to edit. Escape. Next, we'll take a look at the Control plus Enter shortcut. So let's say I multiply quantity by unit price. Now I can flash fill the other cells. However, if there's a blank row in between, the flash fill will not copy across to all the cells. It will break where it finds a blank row. So I'll do flash fill. You see it stops here. So instead what you can do is, I'll delete this, select all the rows, say is equal to For the first row, I'm saying quantity multiplied by unit price. Now instead of enter, I'll say control plus enter. So it will copy the formula across all the cells. So I'll say control plus enter. So for this blank row, it says 0. And for the rest of the rows, it has calculated properly. I'll delete this row. So this is control plus enter. Next, we'll take a look at the control plus D and control plus R shortcuts. These shortcuts are used to copy data down or across. So let's say I have laptop here and I want to copy laptop across horizontally. So I just say control plus R. So it copies laptop across horizontally. Now let's say I want to copy laptop down to the other cells. In that case, I do control plus D. It copies laptop down. So you don't have to drag the cells. Next, we'll take a look at formatting shortcuts. So you have these names here. Let's say you want to make them bold. So use control plus B, makes them bold, and do control Z. Let's say you want to make them italics. Say control plus I, it makes them italics. Let's say you want to make them underline. Say control plus U, the text becomes underlined. So users in Excel spend a lot of time formatting their cells. For that, they go to the format cells dialog box by right clicking and saying format cells. So this is a screen that often gets used in Excel. So instead of right clicking and clicking on format cells, you can use the keyboard shortcut. Just click on any cell and say control plus 1. It brings the format cells dialog box. This is an important feature, so do remember the shortcut control plus 1. Next, we'll see how to quickly auto-fit column width. So let's say geography and computers width is less. So to auto-fit this, just select the range of cells. Say Alt plus H. H is the home tab, and within home tab, you use O to select the format cells. So I'll say O. The auto fit column width can be selected by pressing I, so I'll say I. The column width looks proper now. So use Alt plus H plus O plus I. This will nicely adjust the column width for all the cells. So when you import data from database or from some other source and have lots of data, you can quickly use this shortcut to auto fit the column width. Next, we'll take a look at data and formula shortcuts. We all know the auto sum feature. You have this auto sum feature here. Clicking on that does the total of the selected range. But there's a shortcut for auto sum as well. If you go to auto sum, you see it says Alt plus is equal to. So select the range, say Alt plus is equal to. It gives you the total. Tables in Excel make managing and analyzing data much easier. So to convert a range of cells into table quickly, you just have to select the range of cells and say control plus T. I'll say yes. You see the range of data has now been converted into a table. So you see the table design tab. So you can edit the table using the options available under the table design tab. Say control Z. Next, we'll see how to apply filters. So you can use shortcuts to apply filter. So select the range of data, say control plus shift plus L. You see the column headers. So they now have drop down and you can filter based on the values. So this covers most of the shortcuts. In addition, I'll also quickly mention about a few productivity boosters, shortcuts that improve productivity. First is Control Z and Control Y. So let's say I enter something here by mistake. To undo it, I can do Control plus Z. So it removes that. But to redo, if you want the text again, you can redo it by saying Control plus Y. So use Control Z and Control Y, undo or redo. The next shortcut is the Control plus S. You probably already know the shortcut. Control plus S is to save. The only reason I'm talking about this shortcut is because of its importance. If you made a lot of changes to the data, you must regularly use Ctrl+S to save your data, else you may lose it. So it's a good practice to use Ctrl+S regularly when you're working with data. The last keyboard shortcut is the Alt+Tab keyboard shortcut. It lets you go from one application to another. So if you're in Excel and if you want to go to browser or say Explorer, you just use Alt+Tab, 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 Alt+Tab. Use Alt+Tab to switch to a different application. So that's all in this video. Excel has many more shortcuts, but these are quite apt for beginners and will help you save time. Here's a mini practice challenge for you. Try this. Select a dataset and use Ctrl+Shift+Arrow instead of dragging. Try doing this right away. Master Excel step by step. Subscribe to our channel for more beginner friendly tutorials. Thanks for watching the video.